Greetings, everyone. It is Uncle V, back like a good rash. I can't wait to share my special guest with you and all of his sage insight on change now. Bassam, welcome to the show.
Hi, Uncle V. First of all, thank you for having me. When it comes to the development team, our
Yeah.
development team have already integrated more than 160 blockchains.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oops.
support 875 coins
Okay.
and tokens.
Okay. Treat me and the viewing audience right now as if we know nothing about change now. Tell us about change now, Bassam.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. So,
Yeah.
Change Now is a liquidity provider aggregator. We've been operating for the last 6 years, and typically we source liquidity from the big centralized exchange like Binance, KuCoins, OKX,
Okay.
Gate.io, even Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and QuickSwap. That's typical. But for Epic Cash, we actually developed a new type of product, which Max actually mentioned. It's very interesting that we actually believed in Epic. So we started with you to develop the product where we will be the liquidity provider for Epic. We will not be sourcing the liquidity from none of the centralized exchanges
Wow.
or decentralized exchanges. When we have multiple liquidity providers, you can get the best rate on the markets. And that's actually what we do. So we get the best rate on the markets and we put it in a API solution that we provide free for services for businesses to build their own exchange, payments gateway, trading platforms, fiat provisions, everything that needs crypto to crypto processing. They can use our API solution for free
Okay.
and build their own platforms. We currently, for Change Now, when it comes, we have more than 3,000 partners already using our API. Among these partners can be like Atomic Wallet, I think you heard of.
Yes.
So the swap option inside the Atomic Wallet is actually Change Now's API.
Okay. So
Exhaustive.
it's basically white labeled. It's change now that's white labeled, or does it say change now within their wallet?
So it doesn't show any sign.
So within the Epic Pay wallet, we'll then have, right now we just have send and receive, but I presume, especially once, and we'll talk about Gardarian, but we'll also be able to have buy, sell, and swap. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. So anybody can just access our API solution from our API documentation and start integrating in the application. You will have this exactly the same thing that you mentioned. You will have swap between crypto and buy and sell. Yeah.
And the buy and sell requires another third party, Gardarian, yes? And so
Exactly.
can you share with us a little bit about Gardarian? What do they do? How does it work?
Okay, so Gardarian is actually one of our partners and they currently use our API. Gardarian integration actually will take around 3 to 5 business days,
Okay.
but it can be done faster, I think. They actually support SEPA, Swift, faster payments, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay for on-ramping. They support more than 40, let's say, because I don't have the precise
Yeah.
number, as fiat currencies.
Okay,
And
so that's huge. So that means for the first time in our ecosystem that somebody will be able to buy Epic Cash with a credit card, right?
yes,
That means we're buying Epic Cash directly. We're not buying BTC to then swap for Epic Cash, right?
yes, exactly. So you will go to the website, choose
Yep.
the asset that you want to buy, Epic amount, pay, do the KYC. It's one time you do it and that's it. And you will receive it to your wallet.
Okay, walk through the business model. Let's say I want to buy $1,000 worth of Epic, okay? And or that I invest $1,000 on my credit card. What would the equivalent amount of Epic be that I get back? Because Gardarian has to make a living. Change Now has to make a living, right? So what's my net?
But
And everybody, this is so darn huge because think about having to go buy BTC now somewhere and pay the fees to be able to get it over into VEET. I heard someone was saying they wanted to buy $100 worth of BTC and it netted out $76 after it was sent over. You know,
okay.
it's crazy.
The Gardarian fees when it comes to Visa and MasterCard, it's 3%.
3%, that's right.
Plus 1.5 euros.
Okay.
And for SEPA, faster payment, and Swift, it's 0% plus 2.49 USD.
Okay. So basically they're generating their income off of the credit card, the 3% fee. So their VIG, if you will, is built into that 3%, right?
No, because I think they have very small percentage because Visa and MasterCard are very large whales and their commission is so high. So I think Visa alone charge 2.5%.
So if I buy $100 worth of Epic, okay, I'm going to have to pay, let's call it a 3% credit card processing fee, okay? 2.5 or 3%, but let's just say it's 3%. So that would end up being $97 worth of Epic, not 100.
Of course, yeah.
So I just want everybody to know that there's nothing in this world that's
For
free.
free.
So everybody, once we integrate with Gardarian, you're going to want to go through the KYC process, just like you have to go through the KYC process with any exchange. If you want to go that route, there are other ways. If you want to jump through other hoops, just like today, you can still buy through Veet, etc. But this is a very easy way to do that. And you talk about a game changer, everyone. Now it gets stupid easy. Yes?
Yeah, Gardarian soon will launch some threshold where you can buy certain amounts of any assets with no KYC.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So for small amounts, you don't even need KYC. When we compared the documentation that you had for Epic, how to acquire Epic, it like was 7 or 8 steps.
27.
27. Okay, thank you. And now it's come to one. Now it's 5 clicks, not steps.
And everybody understand, I don't know, we're hovering around the 5 to 600 rank, but when it becomes easy peasy like this, first of all, those of you between now and the end of the month, if you aren't acquiring Epic Cash now, you're absolutely batshit crazy, because once it is open to your whole Change Now universe and people start doing their own research and they go to epiccash.com and they start studying up and they realize, to put it simply, fast private Bitcoin at under $2. Are you kidding me? Hold my beer. They're going to be buying like crazy. I'm so excited about Change Now because I just want to tell everybody on the planet to just download the wallet and you can buy right through there.
Main purpose was today was not only was one of the services that Change Now offer, which is now payments. I actually want to take Epic even further step.
Yes.
And say, so we're not only like, with all respect to all centralized exchanges and trading platforms,
Yes.
but when you get listed there, you only go listed on a website, on one specific place.
Yes.
When it comes to Change Now and through Now Payment Solutions, you are taking Epic, not only acquiring it to trade it and make some bucks aside, you are taking Epic to pay coffee with it.
It's utility. Everybody, this is how we flip in Bitcoin, is that our payments are fast using Epic Cash. Tell everyone how I'd be able to use my bag of Epic to be able to buy coffee or airline tickets or anything else. This is huge.
Yeah, so through Now Payments, it's crypto payments gateway. So basically it's crypto to crypto payments gateway that businesses use to accept crypto as a form of payment.
Wow.
Currently they support 160 currencies, but soon they will be 160 plus Epic.
That is amazing.
Yeah, one of the main advantages of Now Payments is that easy to integrate and it can literally serve any sort of businesses. So it doesn't matter if you have a small coffee shop on a corner or you have a big travel agency like Travala, which is also, spoiler alert, Travala use Now Payments.
Okay, tell us about Travala.
So Travala is a travel agency that accepts one of the payments provider of Travala as a crypto payments is Now Payments.
Beautiful.
So
this is huge.
Imagine going to not only have Epic, but pay for it for your hotel reservation.
Yes. And correct me if I'm wrong, Bassam, this is just part of the deal of being a partner of yours, right? It's not, hey guys, if you want to do this, it's another $20,000 integration fee, right?
Yeah, we make it available for everybody with Now Payments, but we cannot force the customers, force the businesses to offer it.
Okay, so we have to provide with educational material for them on Epic Cash or what?
It's actually up to every business to accept or not. Technically speaking, it's available with a switch of a button.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're a merchant and you think, oh, cool, I'd like to accept Bitcoin, right? Now, Bitcoin within the last 2 weeks was $84 to get your Bitcoin from one wallet to another because nothing was moving because of these silly ordinals. So for you to actually get your Bitcoin to move, you have to pay the premium price, right? So the people who receive those fees, they'll say, okay, I'll take you, come on board, right? So is any merchant gonna really sell a can of Coca-Cola for Bitcoin? The answer is no, because it's too expensive to buy Coke and it's not private enough to buy Coke. You'll think about that and you'll crack up later. But Epic Cash is less than a penny, and it is less than, these days it's definitely less than a minute to be able to send. So I think these merchants are going to quickly fall in love with Epic Cash.
Yeah, I do accept with it because, for example, when it comes to minimum payments on crypto, like the gas fee and the price itself, so the minimum payments for every is different for every asset.
Yeah, and our
That
minimum
is,
payment's going to be like a nickel.
yeah, so that's actually the advantage of certain assets over the others because
That's right.
it's not a technical problem. It's just sometimes the gas fees can be more. So it depends on the gas fees and the whole fees of the asset itself.
By the way, we don't have any gas fees. Just FYI.
Ah, for real. That's new information.
And we're under a penny to be able to move Epic. A sustainable competitive advantage that we have, without question.
And with Now Payments commission, so Now Payments have, if you're sending Epic and the merchant is receiving Epic, the commission is 0.5%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, which is one of the least on the market, I think.
It's huge, man. That it is disruptive technology what you all are implementing. It is going to disrupt and turn MasterCard Visa on its head, I believe.
I think Visa and MasterCard are joining the team.
Oh, really? So they're going to lower their fees too?
No, Visa and MasterCard are joining their own crypto. So soon, I think you will see like Visa and MasterCard crypto payment.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm just saying that right here, I'm saying pay less. Our fees are the lowest in the market, from 0.5%, 0.5% to 1%, where Visa, MasterCard are 2.5 to 3%.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That's what I'm referring to is merchants are going to say, oh yeah, let me accept Epic Cash and only pay 1% versus 2.5 to 3%. Plus, there are no chargebacks with this model. Once a transaction's done, it's done. Any merchant would love that because they can book that revenue right away.
Yes, it's straight to the wallet. It's non-custodial, so we don't keep any money. So it's straight from the customer to your wallet.
Where do you pick up the fee? That happens en route? The 1% fee?
It's a percentage of the payment. And actually, one of the advantage of Now Payments is that you can choose. So either you pay, like the business pay the fees, or the customer pay the fees. You can choose.
Gosh, this is just amazing. I love you guys. Okay, give me some more eye candy.
Yeah, I think here's a few customers. So let's go to the numbers. So we actually have more than 500 registration weekly.
Great.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, we do serve every single industry. So from adult industry, travel, gaming industry. I think the gaming industry can be a huge collaboration or step.
Yeah.
Let's go through every one of them.
Yeah, please.
So the first one is API integration, where you can completely white label it or customize the solution as you want.
Okay.
So it requires some development, but it will be, let's say, smoother and easier on your website, for example.
Right.
For POS, like in case you want offline businesses, you can use it with offline. The transaction fees is like you can set up the payments within a minute, and the time for the payment can be from like a minute to 5 minutes maximum. So the payment to receive from the point where the customer can actually send and you receive is instantaneous. So while he's in the store still, you are already received the money on your wallet.
How can you do that if it's BTC and it can take 30 minutes to be able to send?
It does depend on the asset itself. I cannot say that, but I think for the small volume, it doesn't take that. In addition, we have special developed Now Payment Change Now API, and we have developed some advanced methods to try to boost things up.
Okay.
But still, it will depend on the network itself. It's not only up to us. But for standard payments, it will take 2 to 5 minutes.
But does everybody out there understand how huge this is? This empowers all crypto, really, when we're thinking about getting out of the fiat system. But we have to deal with all of these merchants who just want fiat, right? This, for the very first time, with Change Now and Now Payments as the engine empowering all of this, for the very first time, we can get out of thinking of fiat always. If I can pay with just my Epic Pay wallet, my life changes. And I am going to frequent those merchants who accepts Epic Cash. And over time, it's going to be those merchants who win. Are they signing up for all of the different coins that they'll receive those? So they're receiving the fiat amount in those coins, or are you doing an exchange to where by the time it hits them, are you going through Gardarian to be able to get them the fiat, or do they have to convert it later?
You mean on the withdrawal part?
I mean, if I go into somewhere and I want to pay for pizza and they accept Now Payments and they accept Epic Cash, are they accepting the Epic Cash as payment for that, or are they actually getting the fiat amount, but somewhere within the magic box, it is converted from my Epic to fiat to them? Or do they have to then go to off-ramp it with Gardarian to be able to get fiat to pay the bills?
Actually, all of the routes that you mentioned are available for us. We have Gardarian plugged in on top of that. Let's divide them. So if you are a business and you want to receive Epic while still letting people to pay in fiat, we can just activate the fiat option. So people can still pay with fiat, Visa, Master, Swift, faster payments, and you will receive, let's stick with the first one, you will receive Epic on your side.
Okay.
So you can decide, I want to receive Epic. So it doesn't matter what the people pay, you will always receive Epic.
Oh, so I could be a smart merchant that says, I don't want your fiat, I want Epic Cash. Or if the person wants to pay with Epic Cash, but I'm a merchant that might not have as high a get it factor, they could flip the button that says, I want to receive fiat.
It's not flip of button when it comes to fiat because it's a bit more complicated, but still you can off-ramp it with Gardarian.
Okay.
So you can actually set as much a wallet as you want. If you have a business on Now Payments website, you can set 5, 6, 7, 8 wallets and receive the assets. So if people pay in USDT, you will be receiving USDT. And you can decide which coin you want to receive. So people can still pay in Epic. And even if the business owner doesn't believe in Epic, but he will be receiving BTC, USDT, whatever he wants or whatever option he chooses. So that's where like Change Now exchange come in handy, and it will be an automatic exchange. That's where actually the commission here, we said it's vary from 0.5 to 1%.
Yes.
So if it's mono payments, so if I pay with Epic, you receive Epic, that's 0.5%. If I pay Epic and you receive USDT, that's 1% because there is an exchange inside.
Understood. Got it. That makes a lot of sense.
So it's better for the merchant to, as a business owner, to add as much wallets as possible. But again, if you only want to receive Epic, he can.
I swear, you have made this a why not decision. If I was a merchant, I'd be why not? If people want to pay me with these 150 different assets and it's seamless to me, why wouldn't I? As long as at the end of the day, I receive Epic Cash or I receive fiat or have a way of being able to off-ramp it to USDT. This is beautiful.
So when it comes to plugins, we'll mention it in a bit, but payment links, you just create an invoice and send it to people and they will click, scan a QR code and they will pay. Now Payments can support MetaMask, so you don't have to scan QR code, just connect your Wallet Connect or MetaMask and you can go on with payments.
Amazing.
And this is a recurrent invoice, which will send email, for example, every month to someone, send the invoice every month. Yeah, so when it comes to plugin, we have plugins for all these CMCs.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
And we have Shopify. I don't know why Shopify is not among them, but Shopify is along. So it's just easy, quick plugin. You can set to start accept crypto in your online store.
Boy, that's amazing.
It's actually easy and straightforward. So we still have Now Custody, which is part of Now Payments, which is when it comes to custody.
All right.
So one of the main advantages that we can do is mass payouts. So if you have 100, 200,000 employee, let's say, and you want to pay them all in Epic, you just put in a CSV file their addresses and the amounts and press send.
Wow.
And you can do it from the website or from the API mass payouts.
Boy, that's amazing. Great.
Yeah, and it's literally with a minute, you're sending hundreds or thousands payouts. And it's actually worked very well for trading platform or any businesses.
Right. The difference between that execution with Bitcoin versus Epic Cash, those addresses that are filled in, somebody in the company gets a hold of somebody's Bitcoin address, they know exactly how much they get paid. With Epic Cash, there's no information. Private, just getting a plug in there.
Yeah, actually, it is a good point because if you have a big company and you want to send the salary in Epic, it will be possible.
It's
First-
totally confidential.
Yeah,
Whereas
and
you could have somebody in accounts payable that's responsible for actually executing all of this. And once they get those BTC addresses, if that's what was paid out in BTC, they could have a field day and go in and research every single one of them, and they'd know how much they get paid. And probably that person would be resentful because there's probably someone that person doesn't like that they think don't deserve it. And they're like, they get paid what?
yeah, so you don't have to worry about sharing the addresses of your employee between each other or between the HR. Nobody will know anything about it. So I think that's a specific advantage of Epic, but the main utility that now payments can provide is make it more accessible, make it more convenient for people with such technology. I always mention that if we want to just let crypto sitting on trading platforms, on centralized exchanges, on websites, we will never utilize it and it will never beat fiat.
Yeah, no, this I love this. This is music to my ears. It's like utility is going to win in the end. This store of value, the only reason why the maxis are all over BTC, the store of value, which sucks, by the way, over the last 3 years, 2 months since that Black Thursday in 2020, March 13, 2020, BTC is up 437%. That's pretty impressive, right? Not when you look at Epic Cash and we're up over 14,000%. So you want to talk store of value? Let's talk Epic Cash. But when store of value is your only use case, which is the case with BTC because it's all they have, then it's never going to be utilized. But then this little engine that could, this little micro cap Epic Cash that all of a sudden delivers private utility. I can pay for anything I want privately. Now we're cooking with gas, Bassam.
Exactly. I'm 100% with you. Again, what I'm thinking always about how we actually help change Epic and the real integration of Epic Cash as Wimbo, the network and the wallet and how complicated it is to integrate the coin itself. I think when it comes to change now, nobody will need to integrate or have the option, not the whole platform or the whole network. They can just in a single
few lines of code.
Yeah, 2 lines of code, literally, and just send all requests to change now, and we'll be handling everything.
Yeah, you're right. It fundamentally changes everything because it presents an easy button. Poke that easy button. People love their easy buttons. So, and your fees are not onerous. So it's not like we have this easy button, but the price of the easy button would change now is they charge out the yin yang. You don't. Literally, even
the solution is for free.
The solution, it's amazing. So I did see somebody in the chat saying, is there access to the Epic API yet? I know the answer is no, because it needs to be launched first. But upon launching, that API will be available to anyone. If I had unclev.com, right? I could literally integrate that widget and people could buy, sell, swap, send, receive Epic Cash right through my website.
Yeah, and the main advantage of the widgets when it comes to now payments widget as a donation, as I have here, or as exchange widget as we have on Change Now, both of them are simple HTML code. You copy, paste, 2 minutes. integration. It's not 10 hours or integrating something. No, it's like literally 5 minutes.
So let's talk about a use case. Mike Adams, he is the founder of Brighteon.com, which is a decentralized social network, if you will. So there's a lot of content providers that go on there, and they go on there because they're never going to be censored. He is pro-liberty, anti-censorship, and he has built an amazing system. So he would like his content providers to be able to receive donations in Epic. So this
Right.
makes that purely simple, right?
Or even without, we have a donation link.
Right.
Just copy paste it or a simple button. That's with now payments. It's not only like you're putting your address on the screen, and it
Right.
doesn't have to require Epic to pay you with Epic. What do they have? Fiat. They can pay you and you will be
Right.
receiving Epic.
That's right.
Have Bitcoin, you are receiving Epic. So it's more convenient for both you and the
Yes.
people who are donating for you.
Yeah, game changer. I am super impressed.
I think we already mentioned the mass payouts, and if anybody want to pay for huge amount of people, if Uncle V, you want to just become like Oprah and send ridiculous amount of money for everybody, you can in a few clicks of a button. Yeah, so I'm just still trying to explain for everybody how with simple change now integration, Epic Cash transitioned from 28 steps on a VTEX and decentralized that only paired with BTC to being available on 3,000 partners of Change Now and on the payments platform for everybody to use it in a single step, or swap it with more.
And that's how many other crypto assets can be swapped for Epic Cash?
875, all the ones that we currently support.
875, folks. That's
Yes.
not just BTC and USDT. If someone has Litecoin or anything that is on your platform, they can exchange that for Epic.
And we actually integrate new assets or new tokens every single day. So yeah, again, when you have a mind that I can pay for Epic tomorrow for coffee or
Yes.
for whatever I'm buying from Shopify, you will hold on it more than just on a platform that you're playing with it. Why would I sell it like or have USDT or something else? I can literally spend it somewhere else.
You know what, Bassam? We have this roadmap, right? We have this vision of the Epic ecosystem. What you are showing here solves much of our roadmap, and it's already here. So I'm super impressed.
You are so energetic. So yeah, when and again, not because I am from Change Now, but speaking subjectively,
Yes.
what are the main objectives of any asset? Be conveniently accessible through fiat or other assets, and that's what Change Now is offering. Being accessible to payments, to use it for utility, that we're offering, and that's something being available on more partners, more wallets, on Now wallets, on our exchange applications, on not only like Epic and ecosystem, but on other ecosystems. And that's what we'll be trying to help you with.
Yeah, we get into crypto because a lot of us want to be part of blockchain technology and the crypto assets, frankly, to preserve our wealth because we believe that the price is going to go up. Then you have an issue. How do you off-ramp it to fiat into your bank account so that you can go buy a car or buy a house, right? So this perhaps solves the need to even deal with these banks who are not friendly to crypto, or I think they're going to get more and more unfriendly to anything relating to crypto. So maybe those off ramps start drying up. But if you all start working with auto dealerships and real estate companies, perhaps there's a future to where we're simply paying with Epic Cash.
I don't have the info about all our partners, but I'm sure that we have people from gaming industry. When we were in Dubai, we had like a crypto week. We had a lot of real estate discussion with real estate people. When it comes to Dubai, it is not only a city, it's like an international city because people are coming from all around the world. Something maybe you're not considering right now is how to transfer actually money from a country to another is even more challenging and even more time consuming. So no country will allow you to take out like $1 million to buy a house in Dubai or 100,000 even.
Wow.
They block you on the airport if you're holding 10,000. But if you're having in your wallet on your phone, nobody can check it. Then you can go to whatever you want and buy with real estate. In Dubai already, there are some real estate companies already accept crypto. They currently support mostly stable coins, but we had some discussions about accepting now payments.
I had a conversation with a gentleman yesterday who was talking about a friend of his who is a gold wholesaler here in the US, huge. And at one point in time, they were accepting Bitcoin for gold and they had to stop. It was about fungibility. It was because he kept getting tainted coins that he could not then turn into fiat to be able to pay for the gold, right? So they had to stop that. That's another benefit of Epic Cash. It is entirely fungible because each transaction is like a freshly minted coin. If I send you my Epic, once it gets into your wallet, there's no information associated with it, no transaction details, but it is as if it is poof, a freshly minted coin. Magically through Mimblewimble turns it into a freshly minted coin. And that's a game changer.
Yes, here's where, first of all, you, Uncle V, as educating people about Epic is important because, for example, this gentleman who were mentioning this problem with you, maybe one day he will start accepting of Epic Cash.
We're sure working on it.
Yeah, and hopefully soon. You are providing this platform to educate people about the advantages, and we are providing you with the technical capabilities to make it easy for people to accept it.
Absolutely. This is so fun for me because I'm not the technologist. I'm not the guys making it all happen behind the scenes. I like easy. I can get easy up here. You have to dumb things down so that I'll understand them, right? But guess what? That's pretty much the world. If we want mass adoption, you have to be able to communicate the pros and the cons in normal terms, everyday terms.
So here is actually one list of our partners. One of them is Ravala, Cryptocurrency Posture.
See, and I love this because I know what I'm looking at right here. These are the early adopters. These are the ones that aren't on the bleeding edge, they're on the leading edge.
That's exactly. And actually communicating with assets and coins like Epic Cash is what we think is our main advantage. Not all payments gateway accept 160 and not all of them accept 875. That's actually where we thought about Epic. Our first meeting was first and the second meeting, and we were thinking this is a great coin and we want to go together. So we want to develop this product to suit them so we can pick up with them so we'll never be late for the train. I can say we're proud that we developed such a product for you guys and for other tokens too. When it comes to centralized exchange like big exchanges, it's nearly impossible to be listed there. It's quite expensive.
Very expensive.
Sometimes even not even possible. So it will be like a vicious loop. You cannot be listed to be known, and you cannot be known if you're not listed there. You cannot get out of there. Actually, we help people. We have like the business development people have people from when starting the integration to the end. And when they actually finish the integration, we have our account managers that are always with them.
See, that's great. There's actual support. Wow, this has been fantastic. You covered everything that I wanted to see and then some. What a surprise. These now payments are an absolute verifiable game changer. Okay. Everyone in the chat, thank you. I hope you have a great weekend. Bassam, you and your family, great weekend as well. And again, thank you for investing the time to educate our community. It was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle. We have a great weekend as well.